Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. What's up, Pungy? Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows. What's up, Eric Briano? The trouble I've seen. What's up, Dre? How y'all doing? For those of you who might be new here, I try to do these once a week at least, but feel free to ask me any questions you want about pretty much anything, preferably training related, but anything goes. Tend to get a lot of masturbation questions, which is weird, but whatever. Anyway, anything. Give me some questions. I'll try to go for about an hour. Got a little extra time today. Oh my god. I want to know if you think rowing as if on a paddle boat work muscles better than just the back and forth rowing motion. Do you mean like, so you're saying like instead of just like on a row machine doing like this on a row machine, don't do that, row it like normal. Benefits of the weighted dip and what muscles work while doing dips. So triceps, chest obviously, shoulders being worked to some extent, especially the anterior delts. Benefits, stronger chest, triceps, delts. That's about it. I think one thing that's good about them, if they don't bother your shoulders, is that a lot of times people don't ever bring their arm back exercising at all. It's like useful just to work on strengthening the shoulder in its full range of motion. Something that's kind of a motion a lot of people lack. They just have a lot of stuff here, there, and there, but their arms never actually going back at all. With the dip, your arms are actually going back. So that's not a little added benefit of them if your shoulders and chest can handle it. Best upper back builder in your opinion? There is no such thing as a best lift for anything, but I'd say Yates rows probably. Am I a licensed personal trainer, and if so, can you talk about that process? I am. I have a degree in kinesiology. Did all my stuff in Norway, so in the US it's a little different than it was there. But yeah, I mean the process is not that complicated. If you want just a certification, pretty easy to get. I think they're mostly just a money scam in my opinion, but you kind of need them. Pretty simple. Basically, get some coursework, do a test, blah blah blah. But yeah, I think personal training's not for everyone. A lot of people think that the active training people will be fun, and when they realize that counting reps for people isn't fun, they kind of die out. But so if you like seeing people progress and stuff like that, then it's fun. Like the fun that comes from personal training people is talking to them, seeing them progress, seeing them break their own, self-imposed limitations typically. Like sitting there going 1, 2, 3, that's not fun. Training isn't inherently fun, but you can make it fun. The parts about it are fun. Let's see. Oh. No, you're just gonna be, if you're doing it with a barbell and stuff, that's not gonna really do anything. Nether's coming for you, bring Erica's back up. Not too worried. Buck, I think I missed your thing. Lucy's? What? Oh. Or Thor. I'm gonna say Thor. He seems to be on a roll and he's got the confidence. Would Bulgarian training get a novice stronger faster than typical 3x5, 5x5? I always tell people novices shouldn't really train Bulgarian. You can take aspects of it. What's up, Lego Bin Fitness? And bloke. But it's not something beginners should be doing outright. You can take aspects of it. For example, adding in some sort of squat every day, not necessarily to a max, but just hitting some sort of squat every day is a great thing. Great way to get into it. Do I do any rotator cuff work? I've been really trying to do a lot of face pulls, band work to help my left shoulder out. It's a good idea. I sometimes warm up with face pulls and stuff. I have all my clients, not face pulls, band pull aparts. I have all my clients doing band pull aparts every single day. A lot of them doing face pulls. Definitely a good idea. I don't personally do a shit ton of it, but I have very healthy shoulders, luckily. Do I see a one-arm chin-up in my future? It's not really something I'm interested in working on. I'm A, 240 pounds, and B, 6'2", so it'd be a super long, boring process. So it's not really something I'm interested in. Starting to do ball gains split squats 2 weeks ago. My squats are feeling more comfortable. Yeah, they have a lot of carryover. Everyone should be doing ball gains split squats. Do niggers... Oh, come on, dude. Not funny. Let's see. I wonder, since his name is Darren, I do eat a lot of dairy. Eat about half gallon of milk a day, whole milk, of course. Anything else isn't milk. A lot of cheese. I'm born and bred in Wisconsin. I live there currently too. So, speak about Nether. Nothing really to say. I mean, I pretty much said everything in my video, and he went away, which said a lot also. So, how long do you usually run a lift before hitting a plateau? It kind of depends. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 days. Sometimes it's 2 weeks. I think the longest I went with anything was like 3 weeks when I was doing the Bugenhagen squat. Calf pain after squatting. So roll out your calves, roll out the bottom of your foot as well. Opinions on Alpha Destiny. I did a Q&A with him if you want to check it out a while ago. Do I watch Infinity War? Not yet. Don't be a dick and spoil for people on here, please. But I will eventually. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I'll go see it. The Marvel villains typically fucking suck. It's just, Iron Man versus bigger, badder Iron Man, and that's pretty boring in my opinion. Who will win World's Strongest Man? I think Thor will. He's on a roll. Mine go mad? No. Typically drink about half a gallon of milk, like I said. To put trampoline under, yeah, exactly. Where can I buy your $50 4-page ebook? You can just send me $50. I'm not really selling anything, but feel free to send me $50. Favorite beer? Currently a Nitro Stout. I'm a big fan of. Was using a trampoline probably. Deadlifts every day instead of squats every day. You typically burn out pretty fast, usually in 2 or 3 days, and it's not something I recommend. Deadlift variations work well, behind the back deadlifts, Jeffersons, trap bar deadlifts, but straight up conventional and sumo don't work very well. Sumo works a little bit better than conventional, but yeah. Tips on lifting with slight scoliosis. Kind of depends which way your spine's curving and such. One of my clients has scoliosis pretty severely. He had surgery on it twice, I believe, and it's still pretty severe. It was like crazy severe before, but we do a lot of back work, bunch of back work, trying to, especially like scoliosis mostly is like thoracic spine, so we do a lot of like thoracic spine work, stuff like that. Just making all the muscles around supporting his spine much stronger. I'm working on his hips a lot too, make sure his mobility stays good. A lot of people with scoliosis tend to get fucked up hips and stuff because they're compensating. But yeah. Will benching every day wreck your shoulders? Maybe. That's really depends on you, how well you bench. If your technique's good, doing it a while, probably not. Benching does work with Bulgarian style. I don't typically recommend it necessarily. It does work. I did incline dumbbell benches. That went for like 2 weeks straight almost, progressing. So you don't do 100% 1 minute max with those. Do like 3 or 4 reps or more. Is it possible to overhead press 315 natty whilst being under 240? Whilst nice. Probably. Er det norsk? Ja. I lived in Norway for about 7 years. I'm not gonna fucking speak Norwegian though for you guys, sorry. Not today at least. Accessory lift for traps that isn't shrugs. Why don't you want to do shrugs? I don't want people, so don't be against shrugs. Shrugs are great. Other than that, high pulls to an extent, should be mostly a hip exercise if you're doing like the snatch grip style, but like the trappy, the Russians call them. But the catch is decent. Cleans, if you know how to do them properly. Actually, honestly, those like cross body rows I was doing across like yesterday, hit my traps like a motherfucker. They're so sore. I've been sore a long time. Am I strong? Fuck yeah. Bulgarian method for a person lifting for about 10 months. Like I said earlier, not for beginners. If you're only been lifting 10 months and have no sports background, you're definitely a beginner. I don't recommend it. Definitely following a program, learning how to lift and doing accessories and stuff because you need to build a base as a beginner. But like I said earlier, you can incorporate certain aspects of it, like adding some sort of squat, not necessarily to a max, but some sort of squat every single day. How many lifts do I max out on every day? Just one. Rack pulls at Jefferson rack pulls at very little carryover. I agree. I found it hard to balance Bulgarian split squats with a barbell, but with relatively low weight, no problems. I think I should do work on your balance for one. If you have access to a safety squat bar, it's typically a little easier to balance with. You can also try the Buchenhagen version of it. Alan Thrall's comment section is basically people shitting on Alpha Destiny. I mean, people who watch Alan Thrall should probably take a hard look at themselves in the mirror. Also, the Ronin, I did them a while ago. It's like a West Side barbell specialty exercise, I think I called it. It's like if you have, it kind of depends what I have access to, but you have like a slanted rack, like I have in the gym. Doing those like just strict high pulls really good. Isn't hanging with so much weight bad for the spine? For normal people, yeah, probably. I have God of War 4 / reboot / continuation. It's fucking awesome. I just finished the main thing. What time you going, Berserk Strength for the live stream? I'll tune if I can. I have a job unlike most YouTubers. Eric says that novices should just bench and deadlift. I don't think you say you should just bench and deadlift. Omega Lol. Best advice for a better snatch, get a Olympic weightlifting coach. If I'm overhead pressing every day, I should go back to that. I'll give you more than just getting a better coach. Working on weaknesses. A lot of people like their hips shoot up and then they ended up like pulling the bar way in front of them, or they are too upright and they pull the bar back. So film yourself every lift you do, even your warm-ups, and examine what's wrong with it. If I'm overhead pressing every day on Bulgarian light, is we call Wisconsin method, bruh. Is going 100% okay. Not strong enough, only presses 4 days a week. Whilst going back and legs, whereas overpress is the only lift I'm doing right now. Like, what do you mean 100%? Like a 100% max out set, or like putting 100% effort in? Doing a 100% max isn't gonna progress you very far. With overhead press, I'd probably do in like somewhere between 3 and 5 reps. For some more do your homework. Moth Dog 4. Favorites for form: grip work, dead hangs, fat grip stuff, deadlifts. I don't really work grip specifically ever. I use straps all the damn time, which goes to show by dead hang that you can use straps all the time and still have pretty good grip. Yep. Let's see. Best way to train abs. Planks are good. Zerchers. Doing some like shit like that. Hollow holds are great. What's up, WF lifting? Regards from Alan Throw. What exercises you would have someone do with an athletic background looking to get strong? Squat, bench, deadlift, rows, overhead press, single leg stuff, single arm rows. Good to go. Pretty same stuff other people will be doing, but it is currently, what the fucking time it is? It's 6 o'clock. Oh, there. So 10 a.m. If I have free, I'll try to check it out. think you're 6 hours ahead. Norway 7. Advice for aspiring personal trainers: read everything you can. Take in the good, get rid of the bad. I've never said direct ab work is shit. I just don't do it. And for most people, probably should. A lot of people can get by without doing any direct ab work for quite a long time until you suddenly can't get by. So a lot of people learn the hard way and they're doing like starting strength and shit. Does that tell you about Caden and his fuckery? Which fuckery has been a lot of it? How can I get more explosive? I slow down when lifting a heavy weight and I can't get it up. Work on being explosive, which is kind of shitty advice, but do pause reps can be really useful. For example, like pause squats, pause bench, not pause deadlift, but. Do the Boogs have similar coaching styles? From what I've seen, he's prescribed full body 6 days a week, progressing through variations of lift with very little isolation. I've never seen him actually coach someone, so I can't say. What exercise can you do with scoliosis? It depends on your on the severity, but for the most part, you can do everything, depending again on what what's up with your back. Really, I'd ask your doctor. Honestly, I'm not a doctor, so I can't see your spine right now. So, is optimal train a muscle twice a week with less volume, or train it once a week with more volume? I'd say twice a week probably. Neither of those options are very good though. Benefits of Zercher Deads. No one, for the low guy, I'm so sick of Zercher Deads, should be doing them unless you've been training at least 10 years and you have a very, very good base set up and a very good base built and you know how to train. So don't fucking do them. 3 workouts to I mean, there's no like workouts I'm gonna give you, but fucking do box squats, do some jumps, shit like that. Why don't you focus on hypertrophy instead of doing strength challenges? I hardly ever do strength challenges on Reddit. So that'd be important. Think Alan Thorell loves me? I hope so. He called me out on one of his Instagram stories, apparently. When doing close grip bench, should I keep my elbows tucked away for optimal strength carryover, or is 45 degrees? It depends on your anatomy a little bit and like what you're looking for. I do whatever seems to have the most carryover. Typically, I tuck them because I'm assuming the point's to overload your triceps, so might as well keep the triceps as much as you can. Can we get more videos of me on the toilet? When they're needed. Favorite games of all time? God of War now, the newest one. Red Dead Redemption. Tomb Raider, way back in the day. Those were my first like wow moments playing a game. I don't know. I'm an alcoholic? No, I drink like once a week, dude. I like a pretty ham bone. Let's see. I don't know. I like Zero Dawn a lot. Horizon Zero Dawn. Killzone 2 was pretty fucking awesome. I'm not giving a shit about lat work. I feel like it's like the quad of the upper body and it kind of poor due. It's gonna get worked. That's not necessarily true. Just for, lats have a lot of carry over to other lifts as well. Having some big lats can help a lot. Zercher squats are amazing. I don't know what T-Nation talk. I don't trust anything T-Nation would say, but full Zercher squats are great. Do I consume raw garlic? I do eat some raw garlic from time to time. What's up, Tom Penn? Thank you for exposing Nether Bro. I actually fell for his lies until I saw your and Phil's video. You're welcome, I guess. I know that's kind of hard for a lot of people to hear, so there's still a bunch of people are trying to defend him, saying he did it to inspire others, which is just bullshit because faking your lifts just diminishes everything people actually worked on those lifts to get to where they're at. It diminishes everything they've done, basically. So if someone worked for 30 years to get a 500-pound bench, finally gets it, and Nether fakes it, and it's like, oh, cool. It's It's just bullshit, and people trying to defend that are also bullshit. Can doing isometric pressing against pins at chest level help with strength off the chest, or is it BS? I don't think the BS. I think it can be useful, but it shouldn't be like a main lift or anything. But done at the end of a workout or something, just kind of overload it a little more. Advice for someone with a very strong overhead press and very weak bench to balance this out. Do a bunch of pause benches. Work that bottom position. Your triceps are probably pretty strong, so work that bottom position. Forecast was good. Oblivion. Skyrim, obviously. Just squat max. I haven't done a barbell squat in a while. I did 500 plus SSB box squat not too long ago. I recommend Practical Program by Mark Ripito. Fuck no. Nothing by Mark Ripito. Why do Zercher squats feel like it's gonna rip the pecs off my chest? You're probably flexing your pecs and you shouldn't be. Focus on like keeping your shoulders back. A lot of people they cave in like this a bunch. Don't do that. Physique shot when I don't know. I remember feeling it. Stand up for dang. Thoughts on touch and go deadlifts versus dead stop deadlifts? I think it depends where you're weak at. If you're weak off the floor, you should probably be doing fucking dead stop. But if you're lockouts weak, I'd probably touch and go. Personal preference as well. I'm about to start filtering these a little bit. Training 1 rep maxes and low reps lead to hypertrophy? Somewhat. It's not optimal though. Your thumb went numb from thumb to wrist while doing Zercher holds. That's not good. You probably were like on a nerve or something, or on a lot of people hold them wrong. They put them right in the crook of the elbow. That's not where it should sit. Like if you're coming on the bar, it should put slightly on your form and then bend around it. That won't be pinching shit and you won't tear your bicep. Better shat yourself. Gotten close doing Zerchers a few times. Let's see. Peter. I have so many videos where I've commented just explain what's wrong with Mark Ripito and starting strength. Alright, quick. Starting strength, especially, very poor at building a base. Having beginners doing power cleans is just the dumbest shit in the world. They can't be expected. Then there's no, I don't even know. There's no accessory or little accessory work. It's when you deload, it's flawed. Not enough volume for most lifts, which is why everyone sucks at deadlift and bench when they do it. Mark Ripito's never done anything of note in his entire life. People who tend to shill for it also haven't done anything. I don't even know. There's a million fucking reasons starting strength sucks and Mark Ripito sucks. What's a Madison? That's where I live. The town. Alan Scroll squatted 500 for 5 against week. That's like double body weight for him. And he's someone who trains for a living, so yes. Gun your head, would you rather conduct a snatch and grab with Jason Blaha, take shrooms in the woods with Nether, or do a 5x5 at Untamed Strength with Alan? I'd do a snatch and grab with Jason Blaha for sure. That'd be pretty fun. Cleveland Brown, no. Do you train neck directly? I do not. I've never seen the... Alright, Cleveland Brown, you're going in timeout because you're getting fucking annoying. Timeout, boom. Let's see. Hola, Jay Kaiser. Yeah, exactly. Power cleans are fine, but yeah, Marco Pito's fucking dumb. His the starting strength style squat's just so fucked up too. Zercher dead squats. Zercher squats are great. Zercher squats shouldn't be done. Single arm deadlifts, they're pretty fun. What's up, Ultra? My man, thank you. What's most impressive to you? 800 behind the back deadlift or a 700 conventional? 700 conventional. So will you still use certain ideas Nether B suggested, or are you throwing I've never used any of his ideas. He's full of shit. Everything about him's shit. His nutritional advice is dangerous at best. His lifting advice is pretty fucking dumb. I never took any of his ideas. He stole even the ones like his nether shrugs he stole from someone even. Doing exclusive partials is also dumb as fuck. I have not seen Infinity War yet, but I plan on it. Yeah, I'm not a big Marvel person. I said earlier like their villains always suck. Have you trained with Pete Rubish during the same year? No, I have not. Sadly, I would definitely train with Pete Rubish though. I'm not gonna say what that is because I'm sure it's El Pico is like penis or something. So what's your opinion on weighted push-ups? So with push-ups, your scapula can move around, which is why they're typically easier on your shoulders. It's more of a full body movement, like get a brace differently. Would recommend 531. Yeah, a 531 variation. 531 is not a program, which a lot of people misunderstand. It's there's variation. It's more of a methodology than a program, but yeah, so for 531, I'd often recommend. That's on transcendent training. It sounds dumb as shit. I don't know what it is though. You're not transcending bullshit in the gym. I hate to break it to you. Why there's so many beefs from Wisconsin? A lot of milk and beef. Did I go to UWM? I went 2 years to UW Milwaukee until I transferred into Norway. When I lived there. But yeah, it's all the milk and meat, I think. A lot of Bill Kazmaier's from Madison as well. Pete Rubish, Bugenhagen, John Hack. Starting squats, more like starting rehab. Hey, Nate doesn't talk to you. Go fuck yourself. Let's see. It's possible to deadlift 800 under 250 natty. I do. I think it's rare, but yes. Yeah, I have a bunch of, for those of you new here, I have a bunch of Alan Thrall fanboy trolls here. So I apologize. I'm squatting twice a week. Should I go heavy one day and the other day do more medium and lightweight, or just go heavy and then do lighter after both days? I'd say go heavy and lighter on both days. What type of squat tutorials do you recommend? I don't know, there's a fucking million of them. Going to do it, Jason Blaha, and have him tell you all his badass war stories, or have a full 3-hour beginner instructional lifting session with Thrall, not be able to say anything. Date with Jason Blaha for sure. Do I have any stretch marks? I have some on my chest from some hypertrophy. I don't really know how to get rid of them. I'm not a skincare specialist, sorry. I'm impressed with your strength and athleticism, thank you. How many years have you been strength training? Purely for strength, I've been training 3 years. I did strength training along with my rode competitively before that, and then I used to be a big runner, so I lifted for that in high school and stuff. Used to be super fucking skinny. But purely for strength, 3-4 years, I don't know. Let's see. Oh shit, there's a lot. Pause muscle we put on the last 2 years, would you say? I have no idea. 2 years. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. If you go to super training, would you train pause squat, pause bench, or pause deadlift? All three. Belly conjugate, I do. I recommend that to certain people. I think a lot of people have success with it. Have you ever wrestled? No, not seriously. I fucked around in high school with it, but that's some restaurant. It's fun. Do I get any acne from milk? I have the worst breakouts. Pretty good skin. Not the best. My back sometimes breaks out, but I don't think it's from the milk. It's just bad showering or something. I don't know. Favorite exercise for building strength: squat, bench, deadlift, rows, single leg stuff, single arm stuff, especially rows. Rows shit ton. Since you've basically been doing a bro split recently, do you find once a week on each muscle to be enough? With this style, yes. Normally, no, not at all. But this is like, you get the truly balls to the wall fucking training, and it fucks you up for quite a while. So it seems to be working for now. But yeah. Let's see. Dude, Nate doesn't talk. Yeah, these trolls sucks. I get all the shittiest fucking trolls. Like, they're not funny, they're just like, I don't know. Fucking, I wish I get good trolls at least. I started bodybuilding focus. I mean, I kind of had that lately, honestly. It's not really bodybuilding, just mass building. But I would consider competing strongman or powerlifting. Powerlifting bores the shit out of me. Those meets are, I've visited a few, they're so fucking boring. So no, strongman I think is exciting, and I have considered doing a strongman competition. Would you count athletes training as part of their volume, or do you separate the gym and the field? For example, would you prescribe the same squat volume to a runner as you would? No, I definitely reduce it to a runner. Like, you got to think, if you're training for athletes and stuff, you need to do stuff that's not going to take away from the training for the actual sport. So you have them do a shit ton of squats and they can barely walk. Like, that's going to take away from their running. So there's a program around that. So I do definitely include that. How do you stay motivated? I am dedicated. That's more important than motivated. Coffee helps. Can Wisconsin method be used with high reps? Yeah. Is it okay to replace the deadlift with 531 to hex bar as a main movement? For sure. You're welcome. Something warrior, attrition warrior. I'll drop my rip toe squats. What do you recommend me to learn to squat properly? Honestly, just mess around with your squat a little bit. Try high bar. A lot of people are much more comfortable and less injury prone doing high bar squats. Athlete X is against eating big to get big. What do you think about this? How else are you gonna fucking get big? Is Wisconsin method for gaining mass? You can. It's not optimal. Training exclusively back and legs for a few years. Would breasts still get better if I gain mass? I realize. Yeah, mine. I mean, in the bodybuilding I do, but otherwise I hadn't really pressed in years, and I still press pretty fucking well. Behind the neck press 225 for 2. So, fight to the death. Blaha versus Thrall. Who wins? I think they both just kind of run away from each other. Probably. I'd say Thrall. Probably. He's in the military. He has some training at least. Like the real military, not the Blaha military. Yeah, fucking Athlete X. Like, some of his advice is okay. I'm smaller than Scott Herman. There's some guy commenting I'm smaller than Scott Herman who's like fucking 5'6" and 130 pounds. I'm 240, 6'2", so I don't know how that works. I go extremely heavy on my deadlift. It affects my auto lifts during this week. Any tips on recovery? Hot tub. Reduce your volume or intensity at some point, or sleep better. Get massages. You know, monitor your training volume more. Finally got a shot try out Hatfield squats today. Movements blast. Yeah, they're fun. Any advice for extra strain? Let's see. Stretch it lightly and avoid doing exercises that strain it. If you were into lifting or athletics in general, what would be your main activity choice? Music. Music. I play pretty much every instrument quite well. Not to brag, but I'm fucking damn good. That's probably that. My brother's a musician, professionally. Because the bar is shiny metal. That's part of it. I like shiny stuff. I work out when I don't feel like it. I always feel like working out. It's the best part of my day. If you had to hop on, what would you cycle? I've read quite a bit about SARMs, and they seem slightly less harmful for you, maybe. Don't really know. I don't know a lot of research, so I guess if I did decide to take some steroids, probably start with something light, just straight testosterone or something, probably. But I'm not planning on. I have a phobia of syringes. I pass out when I get shots, so taking the good stuff wouldn't really work very well for me. With a thumb or you or Bugenhagen. He's got longer fingers than I do. It's probably him. Ultra. Favorite metal album? Oof. Man, I don't know. Favorite metal album? That's fucking hard. The newest Every Time I Die album's up there. Low teens. Yeah, I'd have football players do conventional, trap bar deads as well, and you get a lot more carryover to football. That's Bulgarian. It works okay. you think of? I haven't heard Blaha's taken Bulgarian. It's probably full of half truths, I assume, like most of his stuff. Optimal training style for mass, probably bodybuilding type training. Of course, you're eating a ton of quality nutrient-dense foods with the calorie surplus lists are skyrocketing. However, every muscle except arms will grow. Any suggestions? Hit more volume on them. Train more frequently, probably. Add another day of curls or something. If you're not doing isolation stuff, do some isolation stuff. 5'10", am I a manlet? Sorry, yes. Anyone under 6 foot? Or 6'5", damn. Because I'm manlet too, fuck. Hips feel like they're breaking when I deadlift heavy. What am I doing wrong? Where in your hips? You probably have tight hip flexors, I assume. Thoughts of chance only do Zercher squats, trap bar deads, and overly bad programming. Not the smartest. I don't watch them. Yeah, streamers are getting fucking busy as shit. Which squatting style do you prefer the most? I squat the most, typically low bar. I think high bar feels better though. That's what you're talking about. You heard of Alpha Destiny? I did a interview with him. So, just in hardcore punk. Sometimes, yeah. Every once in a while, it gets me going. One sets on croc rows with fat grips before strapping up for main sets, or do grip sets on rows. I do grip sets after. Zach. How many decibels was your loudest fart? 42. What's up, bare knuckle Canuck? What does pre-workout and coffee taste like? Horrible. I did it not too long ago. It's not pleasant. The most important things to prep before becoming a peak personal trainer. Get good at lifting. Learn how to do shit. That's, learn how to be patient. I don't know, read a shit ton. Everything you can possibly read. Because guess what? You're not going to be training professional athletes. So read on how to train old people. Read on how to train, peel off injuries, stuff like that. Because most people you're going to see are going to be A, have some kind of injury, B, probably a bit older, C, not professional athletes. Can I be boogs in an arm wrestle? Probably not. Never actually told people you can grow taller. What the fuck? How do people ever believe this? I'm sorry. Like, any of you trusted that guy? Just tell me how. Thinks he talks to aliens. Yeah, I seriously passed out getting shots. Got a phobia. Try to say lightweight as a novice. Standards and learning progression will seize very quickly. I mean, seize. Depends what your goals are. I mean, you can get pretty fucking strong being tiny. Will drink coffee gain an advantage while training? Fuck yeah. I really catch up. How far am I? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Pantera's trash? Some of it's trash. Like, walk's trash. High bar is the only real squat. You get a bonus if you neck curl in it. Let's see. So the Instagram losers doing pin searchers. They're basically if you watch Eric's video about stop doing partials, that kind of I agree with everything he says. Did Jason Blatt actually reverse grip 500? No fucking way. Does getting stronger on the concentric have carryover on the eccentric? Of course. Usually you can handle, depends on the lift a little bit, but like 150% eccentrically, you can handle concentrically. What percentage of my strength would get you by aliens? I don't think any. I'd love some alien strength though. My dream lifts performance like benching or deadlifting 800. I set a goal for everything I possibly can lift for 1,000 pounds. So even if it's so super dumb, like currently 1,000 pounds, but that's my goal for everything. Coffee enemas. How do you work out in the gym if you don't like being around people? I don't know. I fucking love being around people. Put some headphones on. Probably is a good idea. Get the big headphones. People won't bother you then. Different authors or books. F. Scott Fitzgerald, Hemingway. Faulkner about lifting stuff. I like to read a lot of old-time strongman stuff, so do some Googling. Play more efficient at performing dragon flags and lateral flags, improve my compound lifts? Probably. Big thing a lot of beginners are bad at is like learning total body tension, so if you can master some total body tension, it's definitely going to help out. Am I so dogmatic? I think I'm not very dogmatic at all. I typically don't even recommend people train how I train. I don't think that's very dogmatic. That's on cocaine. It's pre-workout's probably fucking awesome until you die. Eggs with cheese and avocados. Sounds good. I'm not a huge avocado fan. Is it okay to deadlift for a max every other day? Probably not. It's not going to do much for you. Probably bury you. I've been installing 2-plate squat for 8 months. Tried going to Texas method after starting strength. Well, see, there's your problem. You're on starting strength. Pick like a 5-3-1 variation probably. Does a push-pull workout plan make sense? You like push-pull legs? Yeah, it's not bad. Can you do a proper range of motion on a Xerxes pin squat, or is it useless? Mostly useless. Not the worst thing in the world. It'd be good for like getting used to heavy weights, but you gotta do a full range shit. How big are my guns? I don't know. I don't measure myself. Alright, dude. The Xanax guy's fucking annoying too. Put time out. There you go. You're in timeout. You're in a corner now. Sorry. Thoughts on old time strongman? I think they do some cool shit. Full body 4 times a week, if done correctly, can be fine. Snatch grip deads versus rack pulls for upper back. Snatch grip deads. Oh, there's no like better lift. Like there's just different lifts. There's no like ultimate upper back lift. People start from the bottom on deadlifts on 1 rep max, but start at the top on bench press and squats. I mean, it's kind of hard to because it's a dead lift. It's really a dead weight. Kind of the point of it. Also, like just unracking and walking back with it, and then it's kind of silly, and you're wasting a lot of energy. How to get strong as hell and throw. Should I stop training for a few weeks? A few months, probably. What's up, David? Ever consider getting a plant-based diet? Fuck no. Love meat. Eat meat every damn day. I think ever since I could start eating meat, I've had meat every day. Thought on having a shoulder day in between 2 bench sessions, but treating it as a power day, more like speed seated press with a rep in the tank. Not a bad idea at all. I think a lot of people have weak shoulders in general, which limits their bench as well. Chris Wong, he needs to do some normal shit. I play Fortnite. I played a little bit. I got it. I've been playing God of War a bunch right now. Really bad forearm pain after curling. I tried barbell and easy bar. So one thing you can do to alleviate that is to turn off your forearms when you're doing curls. Imagine my arms straight down. Put a light weight in your fingertips and relax your wrists. And you're gonna curl with your wrist relaxed. So it should look like, boom, like that. It'll turn off your forearm. You can use pretty light weights and it'll target your bicep more. It's got a little bodybuilding trick. But also you should do some shoulder mobility stuff. Forearm mobility. Jesus Christ. You're a cool dude. Thank you, Attrition Warrior. Fuck, I'm missing a lot of these. Sorry, guys. Plus an Alan Thrall. I think it's pretty shitty for someone that's like double bodyweight for him and he trains for a living. Sorry for missing any of your questions, guys. There's a lot more than normal here. Cole Robinson's snake diet? What the fuck is a snake diet? That's what I'm saying. If it sounds too good to be true, it is in the lifting world. Behind the back. Yeah, I put Xanax in the corner. Fucking annoying. I guess it's shitty trolls. Like, if you guys, any of you start trolling me, can you at least be like kind of funny or like original at least? Plus, I'm Clarence Kennedy. He's strong as fuck. Well, yeah, walking out with the squat's different than walking backwards with a deadlift, though. It's a much stronger position. Some Clarence Kennedy. He's a strong fucking dude. Can I describe the Wisconsin method? I have a whole video on it. Type in how to do Wisconsin method and it'll pop up. Jason Block called me out. In what way? In a good way, a bad way? Third eye. I'm not going to ban your comment for no reason. You know anything about setting up conjugate without using bands? Gear? I do. One of my best friends, he runs conjugate, does it without bands and anything, and gear, so he's had a lot of success with it. Typically on your dynamic effort days, you're going to be doing a little more volume. Often he holds on certain lifts, like bench, he'll do a back offset after the max effort too, or two. So you always say Alan Thrall's weak, bro. He just doesn't have proper genetics. I'll guess back genetics cannot be that strong. So the genetics argument's pretty fucking shitty. Maybe he does have bad genetics for lifting, but that's no excuse for someone who literally trains for a living. And he's able to grow like halfway decent sized legs, so I don't think he has quote unquote bad genetics. I think he has a bad work ethic and is the blind leading the blind. You people who can't or never killed an animal deserve to eat meat? Yeah, well, the fuck not. That's what up. Are you a fan of Rich Piana? I am a fan of his attitude towards life, I guess. Yeah, if you're 250 pounds, even if you have shit genetics, you should be stronger than he is. Especially when you focus on 3 lifts. Like, dude, you should be fucking good at those 3 lifts. It's not that many to be good at. What's your biggest lifting mistake and how do you avoid it? I don't know. I'm not sure if I have any like big. I wish when I was younger I'd done more like farmers carries and stuff, but other than that. Did you hear abs one time? So I was in like a mild accident, so my body got twisted. I wasn't really lifting related, I hurt myself, and it was super minor. It was healed in like 2 weeks. But yeah. You can be 250 at 5'8", you'll just be as wide as you are tall. So what system would you put a novice 16-year-old skinny kid on? Some kind of 5-3-1 variation, probably. Snake diet. Are you like fucking eating snakes or some shit, or what? Getting strong and brace, finding it hard to get a full brace without a belt. I mean, use a belt. Nothing wrong with using a belt. Doing like hard style planks can be good. If you look at those up, like Pavel's a big proponent of those, can be good. Also warming up, like during warm up, do some planks and side planks can help a lot with your bracing during the actual lift. Don't go crazy with them. Just do like 30 seconds in both arms, like a normal plank, and do 30 seconds each arm a couple times. Should help activate everything. Face pulls every day for novices too much. Not if you're going light with them. Frequency versus volume for assistance exercises, arms, delts. It kind of depends, honestly. There's no right answer to that. Do I like the rip-toe squat? No, it's horse shit. If you can find someone who's actually strong squatting like that, I'd be pretty amazed. Around mass? Best ab exercise from mass? Growth hormone and insulin. Flex arms hanging. What's your best time? I don't even know what the fuck that is, so I can't say. But Wisconsin Method's weaponized fuck around ISA program. You say that, but pretty much everyone who runs it's pretty fucking strong, so. Just bands while masturbating. I prefer weights. Where's your DNA from? Norwegian on one side, Jewish on the other. Front rack holds. Why? Why are you doing that? Is there a specific goal in mind, or just doing it randomly? Every day, like Bulgarian. A little bit better than you can with conventional, but no, you stall it pretty fast. Thoughts on the crucifix rear delt isometric hold? I was actually messing around with them a couple days, or last week, I think Thursday. It's good test of strength, I guess. Heat of strength. I'm sure it does something. on the bench, I push the bar forward instead of back up to the start position. I can fix this. So you're probably bringing it too far down your chest. You probably have a weak chest as well. How come concurrent training and exercise variation doesn't help my overhead press, but works better lifts? Probably not getting enough volume in the overhead press itself. College plus work plus lifting plus family. Any times for optimum time management? I think I'm doing pretty good, but any tip helps. I mean, I don't got a family. I do work, of course. Got family and everything. I probably do everything early as you can. If you have the means, get a home gym. Help a lot. Do watch UFC a bit. I don't follow it super closely. Are you a deathcore fan? Sometimes. Absolute necessary accessory exercises: ball games, split squats, and back extensions. Heavy carries are giving me shin splints. Could some calf training help? It could. I'd also roll at the bottom of your feet. Favorite Guira song? I'm not sure I have one. I'm not a huge fan of Guira. They're okay. It's whatever. Do you think Eric will stay natural WWE? So they drug test a lot there now. I know it's like first couple weeks there, you got drug tests like 4 times. Trap bar deadlifts every day. Yep, that works. Alright, Xanax, I'm just gonna full out ban you now because you're just fucking annoying. How do I do that? How you do it on this channel? There we go. God, worst fucking trolls, always. Never good trolls. Oh, I just my chin up. I don't know them since like 4th grade probably. It's okay to start using straps every time when deadlifting and grip work another day. I can only max like 360. I think, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. You shouldn't really have a problem not gripping 360 though, like at least with a mixed grip. I think you necessarily should, but yeah, there's no problem with that. Like I never do grip work and I use straps on everything, and I was able to do like 600-pound dead hang for 12 seconds. So did you know another soul's chest shrug from Athlete X? I've been told yes, but I didn't know that before. They probably sold all the shit. Would an athlete such as a boxer benefit more from a Jefferson off the floor or more upright Jefferson block? Jefferson off the floor for sure, because you're trying to build leg power, which is where your punch is coming from. It's not coming from your back. Wisconsin method, I'd be in and out of the gym in 15 minutes, wears me out. So it usually takes me about an hour, so I take a really long rest between sets, but yeah, it doesn't take very long. I am not a goy, technically. I'm not religious, actually, but... Opeth in the gym. I'd blast some Opeth. Best weight class? I don't know. I'm not a powerlifting expert, my friend. Parsa. What is that weird plant room? They film most of your vids. Yeah, it's my sex dungeon. No Alan Thrall pictures in there, but there's a bunch of Gal Gadot photos. Eric's nostrils unsettling. I don't know. I've never noticed his nostrils before. Doesn't use snatch grip. Can be useful for certain things. Oh, it's a bit shitty for early novices. No, it's not that hard to figure out your max. Plus, like, Factor 1 typically starts to feel really low, so you, like, typically work, first couple weeks are pretty suboptimal, but that's fine. Would I use SARMs if I had to choose something, I guess, but no, I'm planning on staying natty. Heel up or flat foot benching. So I often teach people heel up just to, like, I think it's easier to teach people leg drive with the heel up. Personally, I bench flat footed though. And I often have a lot of people transition to flat foot. But yeah. Use SARMs and don't consider myself a juice head. They barely work. So I know in the SARMs community there's a lot of like issues with purity. So maybe it's got some shitty ones, man. Wisconsin method for strongman training for strength. Strongman training is a pretty fucking broad thing. When Wisconsin method is very general or very specific, so I can't really say. For chins, neutral or chins, neutral pull. I like teaching people. I do a lot of neutral grip pull-ups. Like when we're working on the negative portion and stuff. Still, it's a little easier on the shoulders. How old is my channel? So I didn't actually start posting here regularly until like I don't even know, year ago-ish, a little more than a year. I don't really know. Smoking the green, I partake from time to time. Would rich piano armor be effective for growing the arms? Probably not. So something green pot. Well, I like mine purple and dank personally, but I do from time to time. I live in Madison, Wisconsin. We're quite big on that. Do I have a boyfriend? No, I have 5 or 6 girlfriends though. So, you ever try symmetricstrength.com? No. I have a 485 quarter off pins. What? When have I done that? How often do you drink? Usually once a week. It's Wisconsin after all. What was your bench when you last did it seriously? Fuck. I don't think I haven't benched in over 4 years. Seriously. Other than that like one day I did a reverse grip bench. I can't remember. Three something. It was over 3 plates. I remember it was in kilos too. Like 150, 160 kilos maybe. It's been so long. What's wrong with Blowhose ice cream program? It's better than starting strength because it has some accessories, but it's not the best. Me versus Phil in a bar fight. He's Canadian, so I doubt he fights. Ordered Beyond 531 Amazon a few days ago. Finally getting here tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good read. Jim Under's kind of not the best at writing in the world, but makes good points. Whole nucleus overload thing, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's probably bullshit. It sounds too good to be true, it is. For these guys from weakest to strongest, not gonna go down that road. But we all lift differently. Like me and Bugenhagen lift pretty similarly, but Alpha Destiny and Zach Rowan don't lift like we do really, so it's kind of hard to compare. We're all way different sizes. I weigh Alpha Destiny about like 80 pounds, so. Lifting goals these days, weighted hangs with a barbell or anything. So I did that weighted hang just for Reddit. It was kind of the grip training subreddit. Nothing in mind. I just kind of, my main goal is hitting 250 pounds body weight. So just kind of for the hell of it, and I'll drop back down. I just want to say I was 250 pounds. Oh God, I get such fucking shit trolls. Marcellus guy now. You're not funny. Like, be funny if you're a troll. Be funny. Try. 3 plates more than Alan Thrall. Like, I'd never benched in like 4 years, and I reverse gripped, which for me I thought was a hell of a lot harder. 315 than Alan Thrall. I don't think he's ever even done that. But he said. You should link your Reddit submissions in the YouTube description. Oh, I just did that one. Like, I don't do a bunch of stuff. What's more impressive to you? Pound strength or pure strength? Neither. I don't know. Pure strength, I guess. I'd rather watch like a fat ass deadlift 1,000 pounds than watch some like skinny kid deadlift 300, but it's like 4 times body weight or something. I don't know. That's just me. Would you beat Nethers R if you saw him while you're... I don't know what that means. Would I beat him up? No. Oh, would beat his ass? Why would I want him? I don't hate the guy. He's full of shit. He'd probably try to beat me up though. But I'd bring a bench press more frequently. How long can you one arm hold? I have no idea. I don't do grip training very often, like I said. What's your... I have so many comments about Alan Throw. I'm sick of talking about Alan Throw. I talked about it earlier. Kills my wrist. Can't supination. Yeah, I didn't feel the best. Wasn't too bad my wrist, but what does my diet look like? A lot of chicken patties and milk. How do I vary if I'm trying to decrease body fat? I eat less chicken patties and drink less milk. If you don't bench at all, I don't know. I mean, recently I've been doing some bodybuilding stuff, but before that, I don't know. Am I the guy exposed Nether? Yep, that's me. Did I win? No. I wanted to make a third attempt, but I didn't have an opportunity yesterday, sadly, and that was the last day. I think I could have probably gotten third. I'd planned on doing another 60 pounds, but I honestly just didn't have time, which is kind of disappointing. But I'll try to get the next scripts challenge if I can. What your training is better than Alan Thrall. Is just wondering. I'm actually strong and get stronger, and haven't plateaued for the past 15 years. Think hammering calves on off days affect recovery from doing full body the day before? Maybe. It depends on your programming. Apart from strength gains, does training lift every day till you can't increase weight anymore help with muscular size at all in your experience? To some extent, especially with like rows and stuff. I got pretty big legs from it, but it's not optimal by any means, but it's optimal for strength, I think. I feel body fat influences strength. It does to a certain point. Obviously, if you look at the strongest dudes in the world, they're not super lean typically. Certainly has some effect, but it's a very individual thing. Yeah. Let's stop talking about Nether and Allenthorpe, please. Well, brand the cheapest ones of chicken patties from Woodman's here in Wisconsin. All right, guys, like 5 more minutes. I gotta get going. Beans and onions, they taste great in salads. Ever compete in powerlifting? No, powerlifting bores the shit out of me. I'm new to your page. So check out my thing. It's How to Wisconsin Method. I tried Wisconsin Method, formerly known as Bulgarian Light, very similar to Eric Bugenhagen. With all the YouTube fitness guys out there, you think it's easier for people to get paralysis by analysis? Sure as hell happened to me. Definitely, because everyone thinks they have the key and they all recommend their key and they're all fucking wrong and they're all right. So, do you see you and Eric's etc. style of training coming to the forefront as opposed to ship 5x5 programs are so popular? I don't think so, because it's not for beginners, so it's not going to be ever super popular because most people will stay in a beginner phase forever. But I'm not huge on labeling beginners and intermediates and shit, but you know what I mean? Do I have clients on Wisconsin Method? Nope. Don Kyakos seems mentally ill. Probably he's fat as fuck. Kind of entertaining sometimes though. Not for his lifts, but just because he's fucked up. It's a good substitute for deadlifts when your wrist is injured. Ooh. You could possibly do good mornings. That was a lot of carryover. Favorite subjects at school? Math and physics. Thoughts on occlusion? Might be good. My thoughts on thoughts? They're whatever. Hello, Mindwire Fitness. Let's see. Thoughts on thinking? Not big on it. Deadlift alternate if hamstring is strained. Man, do C to good mornings. The OPR song changes day to day. What? I don't know any specific PR songs. My go-to is kind of some kind of Every Time I Die song, but usually metal. How many chicken patties a day? Currently 12 or 13. 12. That's Louis Simmons. I think he's a very knowledgeable fellow. Is some of his stuff bullshit? Maybe, but gets the job done. So, do I enjoy Ariana Grande? I enjoy looking at her. Like, her music's pretty shitty, but she's a talented singer. Larry Wheels, I think he's strong as fuck. Jacked as fuck too. But one more minute, guys, and I gotta go. I got shit to do. Niall's always good for PRs. Am I Eric? No, I'm not Eric in a mask. Playing cool math games for brain games. I don't know what that is even. Take them raw. I mean, I put them in the microwave, but you should put some barbecue sauce on them. Do you think Alan Thrall needs good advice? He has some okay advice. I'm on YouTube. It's a fun hobby. Fun interacting with people, I guess. That's about it. I don't really have any like huge visions to be a fitness YouTuber celebrity, but good warm-ups for legs, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but all right, guys, I gotta get going. I got shit to do. I need to go lift and other stuff. So I love y'all. Thanks for following along.